Hey guys, what is up? This is Taking Shots podcast. My name is Luis.
And I'm V.
I'm Angel.
And today we got a special guest for this relationship episode part 2, Leslie.
Ruiz.
Hi.
Leslie Ruiz in
First
the
time.
building.
Let's clap it up. All right.
You guys making me shy.
All right, guys. And then today, what do we have to... Well, honestly, I don't know what we have to drink. But it's, what is it? Like a...
So today we have like a little bit of Hypnotic with Jose Cuervo, with Casamigos, triple sec, and pineapple juice.
I think it's supposed to be a hypnotic margarita.
Yeah.
So, hypnotic
It's
margarita.
awesome.
Yeah.
It has alcohol. That's all you got.
Yeah, that's
A lot of alcohol.
And so we'll just... Me and Luis are going to take shots of Casamigos, and then they'll take a shot of hypnotic. Que feo.
Que feo, way. I hate it here.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Cheers.
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 Cheers. Que feo.
Tengo miedo.
Qué asco, way.
This was asco.
I should have taken the hypnotic. Ugh.
Oh my god, I forgot to breathe.
You forgot the breathing
Okay.
exercise?
Yeah, the breathing procedure to drink.
All right, so we're back for a second part of the relationships talks.
As requested.
So we requested on Instagram, if you guys don't follow us. We requested some questions about relationships. So we'll start off with. Let's see, which one should I start?
There's
off
a
with?
lot of
There
questions.
was a lot of
guys.
questions. There was a lot of
You guys
questions.
did
My question is, why did Luis want me in this podcast about relationships?
Damn. All right, we'll start with this. We'll start right there. We'll start with that one.
Out of everyone, why me?
Dun, dun, dun.
I thought Leslie was going to be a good fit, you know? Because pretty much we wanted another girl's perspective overall.
Uh-huh.
Because
Girl, I'm going back and forth with him
we
like
demolished
24/7.
we
dude.
demolished
Not even.
like,
Vivi is
No,
opinion.
no.
All right.
They never let me talk. That's the thing.
Supposedly we don't let her talk and this and that, women's rights y quién sabe qué, you know.
Well, I mean, she's not wrong.
Hey,
I
you
doubt
see?
Pero-
And I'm like, you know, Leslie's pretty good. We can roast her too.
That-
But you know, the roasting is with you, though.
you roast them back. I want to hear arguments, you know. I want to hear arguments acá.
Yo también. Eso se va a poner bien feisty, guys. So get ready. Grab your popcorn or grab your friend. Grab
Leslie
your
used to be the
homie.
nicest with me. Ahora.
You fucked it.
She,
Que feo.
She said it.
I don't know what I did.
So, you didn't finish why you thought she was a fit.
Yeah.
A good
That
fit.
was that was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
I highly doubt it,
It's
too.
a
Damn,
good
that-
woman's perspective.
This is the guy that's representing you, eh? That's introducing you acá. Just remember that.
I'm...
Your
Okay.
forces with Vivi.
All right, so we'll start off with.
I just already know me unless you're going to fucking kill it. Like,
Fuck
I don't
it.
know about you guys, but...
We'll start off with dating somebody with kids.
That's what you guys wanted me.
No, that's
No, these were just questions. So we did a poll on Instagram. I know the guys
Yeah,
posted
this
it,
is
and
like,
so
no, this question.
we had a lot of
I'm like,
people.
I'm
like,
adding it on my
comment.
list.
So don't be tame, girl. Say your truth.
Oh, I will.
Speak your truth, girl.
Hey, I will.
All right, we'll start with Luis. Okay, what do you think dating somebody with
What I
kids?
mean, no.
All right,
Last
we'll start-
last podcast, I
You
was the
brought the
one.
special guest.
Okay,
You
we'll
go
start with
first.
Vivi then.
Oy, wait.
I want to hear a guy's
Dating-
perspective
yeah,
first.
Guys' perspective
a
first?
ver,
Luis.
see, because
No.
we think
Alright,
differently as
All right,
women.
Yeah.
but-
fine, I'll
A
go.
ver, tú primero.
Okay,
güey.
for me, all right. I think that if you're as a guy looking for a girl, right, and she happens to have a kid with somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
I think it takes a special kind of guy, a special kind of man to fill in that role for that kid.
Right.
Because not anybody can go in and raise somebody else's kid.
Mm-hmm.
For me, at least, that's the way I see it. And if you're to that point where, obviously, I'm talking to a girl and then she has a baby daddy, and they're separated, they're divorced, whatever it may be, I would hope that they're both mature enough to kind of co-parent
Mm-hmm.
and not like have beef with
The baby mom or the baby
the
daddy.
new boyfriend or girlfriend, you know, if they're, because obviously they don't want to be together. They made that clear.
Mhm.
They want to explore still todavía, you know, they want to find a significant other todavía. But I think they both have to be mature, like mindset wise, so that way they have no drama. And then, you know, maybe I don't know if I would consider it. For me, just as a guy, I don't want to take that role on because it's not, it wouldn't be my kid. But that's like
That's just your perspective.
Yeah, that's just my perspective. But there is some guys that do that, and like props to them because it takes
It takes a lot,
different
yeah.
type of guy to
Right.
step up to that role. So what do you
You?
think, Luis?
Why
What
are you
about
looking at me?
Luis looks lost.
It's like, what the fuck going on?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Pues sí,
Who
pues,
else is
¿quién
named
más?
Luis?
No, well, I was
La-
thinking
la
it could be
pareja,
like
¿qué?
a girl perspective and then go.
No, we
me,
want to
and
hear
then
your
another-
side now.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Leslie
Alright.
said it, not me.
So for me, como Justin Bieber dice, never say never. Ideally, I would prefer let's say that delusional fucking DreamWorks whatever fucking like life
Fairy tale.
starting out from scratch
Yeah.
you're gonna be with a girl and then eventually start a family with her
Yeah.
and that's for me that's like what I would prefer.
Mhm.
But nowadays there's like a lot of there's been a lot of like relationship failure overall. Like we're in this generation where like divorce rates are like sky high,
Higher.
or even like a lot of people like let's say had like kids even when they were like boyfriend and girlfriend not even fully married and everything. So that's why I'm saying I would for sure not say like for sure a no, because I do believe like when you're gonna click with someone, you're gonna click with someone. But like I said, ideally I would prefer without.
Yeah. Well,
Without. And it's the other thing too is let's say as a guy and everything, like you want to raise a child and everything, and then let's
Mhm.
say you want to do like let's say authority, and then there's specific like let's say with another woman, sometimes they're like, hey, you can't really be telling my kid this and that,
Mhm.
like they'll get rid of that right,
yeah.
like
I mean-
the authority. So it's that's the only thing that I would just say sometimes, and it's like every scenario, it's just specifically,
yeah. Well,
there's some
and then too, I think in our age group, like
Mhm.
now, like you have to remember that you're not, you're not young and like, well, you're still young, but you're not like as young as you used to be. You're not in high school anymore.
Like 15,
So now
16,
when
yeah.
you're 25, 26, people already have kids,
Yeah.
like there's, when you're dating within your age group, some people are already going to have kids. So that's kind of like,
that's
you
what I'm at.
you can't really like avoid it. Like, and like we said, like I feel like if you click, even if they have a kid,
Right.
but that's depending if how you treat the kid. Because how I was saying,
Mhm.
like back to like the baby daddy drama, like there's a difference between somebody dating that
Person out of
baby
the-
mama
yeah.
and treating the kid like with respect. But then there's also other people that will be like, oh, I'm not gonna buy that kid food because he's not my
Right.
kid.
Right.
Like
That's
they
true.
kind of like not like they kind of mistreat him.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not fair to the kid. Like what did the kid do?
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think? What's your guys' perspective on dating a guy with a kid, baby
Okay.
mama drama?
Baby mama drama.
So the way I see it, because obviously I'm a single mom,
Mhm.
but I have my daughter's dad is 100% like he's
Mhm.
50-50. So the way I see it, like, yeah, obviously single moms are gonna want to go out and date,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
The way I'm talking for myself, so I'm not talking about anyone else. I'm talking about myself. When
Everybody has their
I'm
opinion.
out,
Period. Baby
I'm
girl.
looking for someone for myself. I am
Mhm.
not looking for someone to take my daughter. And why? Because she has her dad.
Mhm.
Her dad is 100% in her life. I don't need a man to come, how you say, take the role of being
Yeah.
a dad, because
Yeah,
I don't need
like
that.
step
I
up.
need that someone for myself,
Mhm.
not to be a dad. So I feel like that's where a lot of like single moms mess up too, because they expect their boyfriends to be that
To be
dad,
that dad.
to be the
Yeah.
dad figure for them. And in my perspective, in my point of view, I'm not looking for that.
Yeah,
Why? Because my daughter's dad is there.
like
You
the
know?
the dad should be
Yeah,
in the
he's-
like the dad role.
Yeah,
still.
and obviously in some cases it's not like that, and it's totally okay. But I feel like sometimes kids get hurt by like other like
Right.
male perspective coming in,
Mhm.
because they have like daddy issues,
Yeah,
So like I feel like then and there, I feel like where relationships kind of mess up in a way,
yeah,
because they're expecting them to act like the dad right away to the kids.
yeah. And I feel like too, like sometimes like when you bring a guy, like if you go out and find a guy and you bring him home, you're like, oh yeah, like I have a kid. They kind of have like pressure on them to like, oh,
Right.
No, yeah, for sure.
And I do get that now that you're kind of saying it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because they're kind of
100%.
you're like, oh, like I have a kid, and then in their mind right away, like, oh, well, I gotta be.
A dad.
Yeah,
No,
like a
and that's
dad.
what like I feel like a lot of people mess up. Like obviously, like once again, from my point of view, I'm looking for someone for myself,
Mhm.
not to be a dad to my kid.
Yeah,
But you're also kind of like kind of like just picking up from what you said, you're also picking somebody who will, I'm not saying right off the bat, but like a role model later
exactly.
on in the
That's what I'm telling you. Like in the future, but like within then and there of dating someone for 2 months, I do not expect him.
Shit, you don't expect.
I don't
nothing
expect
from
him
them.
for shit to like do anything to my daughter, but respect her. You know, because at the end of the day, that's my kid.
Yeah.
So like obviously, I don't expect how you say like to take me and my kid out. Like obviously, me and her dad have 50-50. Like want to take me out when I don't have my kid? Perfect, we can do that. Or if you want me to take out my kid, but out of respect of your child, my child's father, I would need to tell him like, oh, this is who I am. Because if she's gonna be present with my daughter, he needs to know who is with us, and exactly the same I expect for him.
And that just
if he has a new girlfriend, I expect to be introduced, not as in like, oh, like you're gonna watch my kid. I just need to know who is around my daughter.
And I feel like that's very that's very good in that aspect where you're not just gonna bring any woman or any man around your kids because you truly never know people's intentions. Like,
exactly.
Es como dice el dicho, like nunca terminas de conocer a una persona like to the fullest.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
No, well, sure. And I think that's fair too because I mean it is your child. You know, you still your child, so you want to make sure you're doing what's best for them too.
I think it's just like specific scenarios because every relationship is gonna be different. Because like you said, like in your situation. Like, he's there for her still, but then there's some scenarios like, there's completely like the dad's completely like gone out of the picture, and that's where I think like, sometimes they might need, let's say that
like the dad figure.
That model, but because of the dad is not present. And then as a like, a kid, they still need that,
right.
Especially like, let's say if they're younger age.
Yeah.
Overall.
And that's true. But I know how. What about so now I know how we said dating somebody that has a kid. So what about we're all Hispanic. Hispanic parents, I feel like they're more like judgmental when it comes to that type of deal. Like, how would you guys feel like if? I mean, I feel like they just get more judgment. Hispanics just get more judgment because it's not their kid. You know, like the parents judge their son or daughter more because they have a kid.
¿Cómo te vas a ver? Or like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
like you don't know what you're doing.
Kid,
Exactly. Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of old school too.
Yeah.
For sure. It's like for sure. Like they'd like, oh, it's not your kid. Like, why are you with her? Then that's not my grandchild.
They
like,
fucking lose their mind.
Yeah. And I feel like how you said it's the way you look at it is you're looking at someone for you. And not for your child because the dad should still be in the dad role.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And like I said, as a guy, like how you said, it does take special someone to like take
to
that
be
role
able to step up
and everything. Because like I said, not many people can do it too. And like I said, it's genuine and everything. I like when they actually fully fill that spot.
Engage with the kid.
Because I've seen that before, like in my personal experience, like friends and everything, like I think it's badass.
That step up to the role, yeah.
It really
and there's not many guys that can do that too.
And that's why for sure I'd say never say never. Justin Bieber. JD.
So moving on to the next question, unless you guys have any final thoughts on that topic. No? All right.
No, wait. What about as a girl? Would you guys date a guy, let's say, with a kid already?
I would.
Vivi's like, hell no.
Well, I feel like I would now because I have my daughter, you get me? But I feel like if I didn't have my daughter, like I said, it's the same thing. He comes with a package. So it's like...
What about you, Vivi?
I don't know. I feel like it would be like a 50-50 for me, to be honest. I love kids. I personally have always wanted kids of my own, whatever, the kid is not the issue.
Yeah.
I feel like what would be the issue for me is dealing with the fucking crazy baby mama. You know what I mean? Porque,
no
and it's kind of like, it's vice versa, because I've always said, if it were to come down to, that situation, that scenario, my perspective personally, the mom comes above anything. Why? Because you gave birth to your child, whether that being a girl, whether that being a guy, whatever, like you come first, you make the decision first before I do. I'm never going to be getting in the way of anything, pero también, as a woman, we are super overprotective of our kids and, what's ours, so I don't know. It's kind of like a 50-50 for me.
Well, I think that's when it comes kind of like how I said, it's like as long as both parents are mature about it,
Right.
as long as they're mature about it, it can work. I feel like you can make it work.
Of course.
But there are obviously you've seen like all over, like there is some baby mom drama or baby daddy, like, you know, drama también, like fighting the new boyfriend or whatever.
It just all comes down to really having a cordial conversation with one another. And if you can't really have that, then I feel like for my end, like, let's say an example, if I was dating somebody who had a baby and he had a baby mama and she was just not, you know, having a cordial conversation with him, for me, honestly, I would step out. Why? Because as a woman, I feel like it would affect me personally in the long run, where it's like, you know what? I can't make these decisions for you. Why? Because you have the mom of your kids.
Yeah.
I can't be like supporting. I can't be doing any of this stuff. Like, I wouldn't mind it. But if you're not going to come to a certain agreement with you and your partner and with me, where you're getting to meet me and you're not okay with me being around your kid, then I'm not gonna be fucking doing that shit. You know what I mean? Because in the long run, salen problemas de que, ay, que tú esto y que, like, fuck that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna be fucking dealing with that shit personally for my own sake.
Well, yeah. It's like your mental health. I mean, like, you know, you're gonna be going through all that stuff. And
why the fuck am I gonna be dealing with that shit?
Yeah, it's like more drama to your plate that you don't really need.
Exactly.
You know?
And it sounds kind of shitty saying, like, oh, well, they're not my kids. Like, yeah, they may not be my kids, you know?
Yeah.
I still care for them, but at the end of the day, like, I have no right, you know, at the end of the day, to decide things or make big decisions for them.
Yeah, it's like
because
mom and dad.
I'm not their mom. Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point too. You know, like how you were saying, it's like it goes back to, you know, looking for someone for you and not for the kid. So that's a good point.
Because like in the long run, in reality, like you do grow love for the kids. You know,
yeah, because they're gonna be, you know, that they're gonna be around for a while. You know, if you decide to date this whoever for a long time, you know.
But if it just causes issues where it's like back and forth and you're not giving me my respect as a woman or I'm not giving you your respect as a man, then it's in reality it's never gonna work out, you know. It's not. But
say something, Luis?
That's what I think. I doubt it.
Or next question. Next question. Next. All right, we'll do next question. So again, from the Instagram, I'm just reading these questions off, guys. All right. So the next question is: can guys or girls have guys or girls best friend? Like, you know, if you were a girl, can you have a guy best friend? Or if you were a guy, can you have a girl best friend?
I say yes.
All right, we'll start with it.
Well, for an example, like me and you, we've been friends for several fucking years, and I was like dating my current ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
So like obviously, if I'm putting him his place, like respetándolo a él, there should not be issues. No problem. You get me? So I feel like the girls who have like, or even guys too, insecurities because, you know, you would do something shady to your friend. You get me? Like you would not be faithful to your partner. So I feel like that's why a lot of people are like, oh, you can't have no best friends. Yeah. Oh, the girl, no girlfriend. Like, I see it completely. Like, if I'm being loyal to my partner, my current partner, he should trust me to have a good relationship with my friend.
Yeah.
I agree, honestly. You know, I mentioned this earlier. I always said, if I'm with somebody new, you had a life before me. I had a life before you. Of course, you know, you have to measure like the consequences or whatever who you're talking to. Of course, you know, level of respect. But if I know that you have a friend that you've been best friends for 7+ years, who am I to tell you, hey, you know what? Because of my own insecurities, you can't be friends with them. Like, that's, to me, honestly, that's bullshit. Because why? You had a life before me. I had a life before you. And like how Leslie says, like, there's a level of respect that you have to have between each other. Unless you're doing something shady, then I'll be like, hey, you know what? I don't feel comfortable you talking with this person. I don't feel you comfortable talking to this man, you know? Then that's where you kind of cross the line.
Yeah.
And I always say, like, fuck, like, if I can hang out with your friends and I can hang out with your girlfriends, like, shit, like, let's all party together kind of thing. You know what I mean? But if there is no level of respect, then you really don't got shit, honestly. That's just me, my point of view.
What about you, Luisito?
It's going to be controversial.
Yo soy el único.
Everyone thought, no. Everyone's going to think I'm going to be like, hell nah, and this and that. But in reality, I think I'm okay with it and everything as long as everything's respectful. Like, you know, keep it in a respectful way. Like how even Leslie said, like me and her have been friends for like ever. Forever. And even like when she was in a relationship and everything, like, you know, we would talk and this and that. Everything, like, you know, it's not like let's say when as I said, I have a lot of like, you know, girlfriends and everything, but even when they get into relationships,
Que
whatever,
perro.
I'm like, excuse me, what?
now when I get like when they're in the relationships, whatever, it's not like I'm hitting up every day or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Right.
like we keep it respectful. It's like a mutual, like, you know,
It's a level
friendship.
of
It's
respect.
a real,
Mutual respect,
it's
like,
a
yeah.
friendship. You
Yeah.
know, it's a
Yeah.
friendship. You know, I get to know their partners and everything. I get introduced and everything, and it's not like, you know, you got to be hitting them up every day or whatever. And you know, it's just like mutual, like, you know, check on up here and there,
Mhm.
because you know, it's if you're really friends with them, you gotta check on them and everything.
Then,
You know, but it's not like,
when you're friends with them, like you'll talk to
Yeah.
them regularly, you know,
but
like
you're not gonna be fully
daily.
in her, like, let's say, live,
Like
or whatever,
interaction
you know?
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're not
Just
gonna
keep
hang
it
out with them all the
respectful, yeah.
time, you
Right.
know.
Or like, you know, like, let's say, well, as a guy, like, oh yeah, like, oh, let's go get dinner today, tomorrow,
yeah,
whatever.
whenever it was.
You know, it's like, you know, respectful here and there to catch up or whatever.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, it's just being respectful.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
when you know, especially if like the other person's like, you know, like your friend is in a relationship, whatever, you just gotta keep it respectful.
Mhm.
Because I mean, that's, you know, there's other scenarios that things switch or whatever, but you just gotta be.
It's kind of like the standard that you set for
Yeah,
like in a
No,
exactly.
relationship.
it's
yeah.
just like
Mhm.
be
It's
respectful, to your
respectful.
partner.
And
yeah.
and I
Yeah.
will say, like, you know, not to be like toxic or whatever, but
Toxica.
I always but I do always say, like, what's mine is mine, you know? Like,
Yeah.
if you don't know how to take care of yourself, then that's on you, kind of type of shit, you know? But for me, like, if I were to be in a relationship, you have my respect, you have my full vulnerability, my whole loyalty, and whatever it is.
Yeah.
But if you can't take care of yourself and you don't know what loyalty or respect is, then you know what? I'm fucking hopping off, because
Yeah.
what's mine is fucking mine. And I don't care. You can have your friends, you can go out, have a good time with the boys, whatever it is. But once that loyalty is like cut, then it's like,
yeah, then
I'm
it's-
done, you know,
yeah.
kind of shit. Like, but
All right.
yeah.
Well,
What
for-
about you, girl? What about you?
What? Girl.
What about you,
girl? All right. So,
Dude,
look,
I stay saying that to you. I'm like, what about you, girl? He's like, girl.
Because
I'm
my
like,
hair,
dude,
what? Straight up, dude. No,
Russ?
okay, but I do agree with you guys. Like all the points you made were good. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. And no. I know, like I'm saying, I'm agree with you.
Toxico.
No. I agree with you guys. I'm saying I agree with you. But I'm gonna look at it from the other side.
Okay.
Okay, for me, I'm gonna put an argument up against you, even though I agree with you. I agree totally with you. Like
King's
with you
Angel
guys.
2024.
I'm just gonna make an argument. Okay, so there are some people that would say no, you cannot have a best friend or a girlfriend, because sometimes, like, yes, you did have a life before them, right? Before you met whoever. And say they used to hang out all the time, right? And then to the girl, it could seem shady for you to be hanging out with this girl all the time, right? And then you kind of, the girl starts to think, you're like, oh, you know, like they're friends, like sure, they're friends, right? She knows that they're friends.
Right.
You're hanging out with her all the time, this and that, and you're just. The girl starts to think,
Right.
That's just the thing. Yeah,
the
it's like-
insecurities
both
and
genders,
everything
though.
starts
It's
coming
both
no,
out.
and then
genders.
it's
It's
there's
not
a
just
guy
girl.
and girl, right? Like
Right.
even if the guy was to hang out with the girl was to hang out with the guy. And some guys are insecure, some girls are insecure too. And it's like, in their eyes, it's not okay, because that's
Right.
how, I wouldn't say that they were raised, but they've been through some things, you know, and like they
Right.
they kind of think that way.
Traumas or
Because
whatever.
imagine if before, like the guy before her ex or whatever, or her ex, whoever it may be, they used to do that stuff, and next thing you know, they ended up cheating with that person. So then that's why they kind of have that insecurity.
But I see where you're coming from. But I always say, like, not everybody that you meet, like after your ex or whatever, is going to be the same. And for me personally, I speak just on behalf of myself. I always say, if I were to meet somebody else, I'm not going to go and compare situations or scenarios or whatever. Why? Because whatever happened in the past happened in the past. Yes, maybe I might have some traumas or whatever, but not just because that person did that to me means that you're gonna come and do that to me. Why? Because I don't know you at your full,
like
at your
you're brand new
fullest.
to each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes, like, us as women, correct me if I'm wrong, you know,
She's like,
like,
I'm ready.
like, please, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like sometimes as women, like, we do have that sensibility where we are a little bit insecure, like on the spot,
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, like, who is this bitch, or like, why are you talking to her? Or like,
Really?
why does she look better than
I'm not
me? Or
like
like
that.
kind of thing. Me, I am, dude. Me,
like,
yo sí, güey.
Hey,
No, girl.
for
Like,
yourself.
like, no, like, not
That's
even
what
that
I'm
way,
here.
but sometimes I'm like, I do try to like tame myself where I'm like, you know what? Like, I am me and I'm comfortable in my own skin. I'm like, this is who I am as a person. But sometimes I'm like,
you want to be crazy.
like not crazy, but like me dan celos, you know,
Toxica.
because it's like how I say, like, what's mine is mine, you know.
Do you
like,
think you get jealous because of your past relationships, even though you say you don't want to bring it in?
I don't think it's that.
No?
I don't think it's that. I just feel like it's kind of like more of within myself as
But-
like a woman. But
Okay, so
I don't know.
Okay, so for example,
damn,
okay.
Leslie put me on the
You
spot.
got
She got you with a good question. She got you with a good question.
Stop.
So what about like, okay, you within and you know this guy is like all over you. He like love, like he shows you all this love.
Then
and
that's different.
no,
But you know when it would be shady though?
when?
It's like, let's say we're
Yes,
dating
speak
and
it,
all,
speak
and then
it,
all
speak
of a
it.
sudden, this is my best friend that they never
Dude,
mentioned.
yes,
Never
yes,
mentioned.
yes,
For an
yes.
example, like for myself, like once again, back to Luis,
Damn.
Yes.
I've always like, everyone else always known him as like my friend. You get me? Like he has been to like all our family gatherings.
Right.
My
The family
parents,
functions.
my parents know him. The tias know him.
Las
My
pachangas.
grandma loved him. Like
Chido.
like he is there, you know. So that's like, I would tell him like, oh, it's like my cousin. I would think he's my cousin.
Like family, like.
But like, cause family, cause I see him as family.
Yeah, 'cause you've
And,
known him
like,
for so long,
Yeah,
you
cause
know,
like,
it's like-
un amigo is alguien de high school. How I see like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like,
Right.
he's a friend. But him, I turn back. I'm like, no, this is like how you say a best
Like your
friend. But
bestie,
like, this is
yeah.
like my cousin in a way, like family.
He's family. But
He's
like,
family, yeah.
And like,
So like, I always make it clear, like when I got with my like last boyfriend, cause he would always ask me like, oh, why does he come if he's not your cousin? Like way when we started barely dating. And I always made it come like, this is like a good friend, like a family friend. He was a friend, now he turned into a fucking family friend.
yeah.
Like, and then from there
damn,
he was
Louis,
like,
you leveled up.
he would.
I know. I was straight up in all the family parties and everything. I'd be
That's what I'm
there.
telling you. Like,
Yeah.
it'd be like in
I
the
feel
corner.
like they're like como dices, like obviously when you date someone, they have a past. You get me? Like
Right.
their current friends are gonna come to your new relationship with respect. But what I feel is shady as fuck is if like they don't mention this certain person all of a
Right.
sudden they're
Okay.
like, I have my best friend Felicia over here, and who the
Okay.
fuck is Felicia?
Okay, so what about this? Okay,
No,
so
I think-
what if?
I think I agree with. Hold on, like before you say it, I think I agree with her in that aspect where that's kind of like where I was coming from.
Mhm.
Not because like I say me personally, I'm a confident, independent, whatever woman
Independent
is.
woman.
You know,
Oh
like
my god, she don't need no man.
no, not even that. Like shit. Like I would love a man. I would love a man to come and fucking take care of me and for me to feel vulnerable and for me to feel, you know, at peace within myself as a woman.
Period.
You know, like no, like period. You
Que
know
me
what I mean?
mantengan, dice.
No, like ni que me mantengan or anything, just for me to feel a safe space within myself and
Yeah.
with him, you know? And I agree with that because there's some scenarios where it's like, oh, well, hey, like I haven't introduced you to her, but she my bestie. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Okay, so
who's this Keisha?
Okay, so what about this? Okay, so the thing, okay, for example,
Tell
the way that I'm thinking right now
Ah,
is
Shut up.
the reason why some guys don't tell you like girls about like they have a girl best friend is because that girl might get jealous and start to think shady about you.
But there's a difference though
no,
in the
because-
relationship and like, oh, like you know about that
No.
person within the relationship.
Okay, but the thing
out
is-
of blue, he's like, this is my best friend.
No,
That's
no. Okay.
A ver.
Okay. All I'm saying is some guys don't be like, hey, this is my girl best friend. And then the girl's going to look at her and be like, what the fuck? You got a girl best friend? Like, you fucking that bitch, you know? Like, whatever it may be. Like, they automatically, they're like, oh, you got another girl in your life already. Like, that. And some guys, the reason why some guys don't, like, introduce that girl best friend or girlfriend is because they know, like, they're scared of what the girl's going to say to the guy.
But then that's
Kinda.
kind of like, that's kind of messed
Hiding
up in
it.
a way. Because, exactly.
Well,
it's kind
well,
of
he's
messed up
hiding
and
it.
hiding it in a way.
Yeah, it is,
because-
It is hiding it.
Because you have to come within the moment of like them being
Exactly.
like, hey, this is my friend. We're good friends. But
Period.
like, that's it. You get me? Now the
No,
way
that's-
you're putting it,
yeah.
point of view is like,
But
them
it's
being
not-
shady.
Oh, my God.
No, it is. It's true though, because if you are starting with something, if you're starting something with someone, whether that being a girl or a man,
Mhm.
you straight off tell them off the bat, like not like right off the bat or whatever, but like
No,
if
I
you-
did.
A
Well,
few
see, that's what I'm
days,
saying. Is like right
like
off the
a
bat,
few
it's
dates,
crazy. Like,
but I'm saying like a few dates, whatever. Like when you guys are barely starting getting to know each other or whatever. Like, hey, you know what? Like these are my friends or whatever. Just so you know, this is my best friend. You
well,
know
see,
what I
okay,
mean?
so look, that would be different though, because she, okay, so
Exactly.
she's okay. Well, she's saying like right away, she's like, oh, first day or whatever, like, oh.
But it's also like,
when
but
did
you also have to think about
tell,
it.
like, your ex, like, that you had?
Well, shit, I don't even know, because, like, I'm telling you, he was always there.
Well, the thing is like,
he was literally always there. So, like, when we would go out bowling, like, I would take my boyfriend at the time,
and just sitting there in the corner. Luis just sitting there in the corner. What's up, guys? I'm the family cousin that I got adopted.
Long lost cousin. No,
I got adopted.
I guess maybe my point of view is different, because I guess I never got to that point where we'd be like introducing him like, this is my best friend.
No,
because
I think
he was always there, like everywhere.
Like, como niño regañado en la esquina,
güey. He was an adopted cousin.
Yeah, the adopted
he was
cousin,
just there.
No, but it's like how Leslie said, like the whole family like knew me and everything.
You're already part of like
that's why, like, even my mom was like, "¿Onta Luisito?" I'm like, "Oh,
damn, they didn't ask. Damn, Luisito, they missed you, bro." How did the family?
I'm like, está perdido,
ya no me invita tanto.
I love that, though.
Es que te pierdes. You don't come anymore.
He was lost in the streets.
Dude, I love that though. When like you have a really close friend and comes to like family gatherings and shit, like, hey, ¿dónde está mi
And like for a while, like me and you back there, we call each other B.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, is that for babe? I'm like, no, it's just
and that's the
B
thing.
for blood.
And Luis is like, yeah, for sure.
For the blood gang.
Like, for an example, like when me and my like current boyfriend broke up, we went to White House Pizza to go eat. Tell me why some random ass bitch, I don't want to say her name, I know who it is, but
no name.
I'm not gonna say names, but tell me why this bitch had the audacity to text my ex-boyfriend when everyone knows we broke up. It's like, oh, Leslie's already on a date over here at White House. So then my ex-boyfriend at the time, we barely broke up within like 3 weeks. So he was like, no, I feel him. He's probably like, damn, this bitch. Probably he told me, he's like, you already had someone else, like you were texting someone else, because he didn't know who it was. He didn't know who it was. So that was like, that's so fucked up. And then literally when I told him it was Luis, he changed.
That's a red
flag. He's like,
flag.
oh shit. He's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, well, that's how you know, like, bitches are shady.
Well, some people jump to conclusions.
Me voy a poner aquí frente with Luis. This is my friend. This is my friend.
Yeah, like people jump to conclusions.
I've said it in this fucking podcast. Bitches are fucking grimy and bitches are fucking shady, dude.
And I remember, like, he came to my house too. I was like, he didn't text me. Like,
he just showed up.
He dropped me off, and then I had my daughter at that time. And I'm like, oh shit, something happened. I'm like, why is he here? I was like, oh, what the fuck? And then he comes in. I'm like, oh, hey. That's when he told me, he's like, where the fuck were you?
Not me.
I was like, eating a sandwich. I was like, what do you mean? And he's like,
blurt it out.
They told me that you were on a date. And I remember my mom being there, and she was like, con Luis? And I'm like, yeah, I was with Luis. I was like, I was with Luis. And then he was like, what, Luis? I'm like, literally the one that you know.
The adopted family cousin.
His face like changed. He's like, I am so sorry. He's like, I did not mean to.
I was that's like, the thing is like,
I'm like, that bitch is over there fucking faddy ass fuck, dude. I was like, hell no.
People be telling, and then like obviously they make it sound worse than it is, and obviously they don't know that person. You know, they never knew Luis.
Well, shit, I would assume because I would always post him. Well, like when he's at family gatherings, I used to recording. Luis in the corner.
Luis drinking ahí.
So that's what, like, for me, I never thought it was like
a problem. Like,
not even like. And that girl that knows me, she has me on all social media. She knows damn well who the fuck this guy was. And yes, she tried to stir the pot with my fucking ex-boyfriend.
And I hate bitches like that, dude, where it's like they know what the fuck they know and they still go and fucking like, let me stir the pot up a little. Like, nah, bitch, go fucking sit your ass fucking down because you don't know shit.
Mind your motherfucking business. Like, dude,
or like, I mean, girl,
business.
Even though it's like, this is a little off topic out of the topic about best friends. But you know what I fucking hate? Like, so fucking much. Like, it was back to the first topic. When bitches think by talking bad about the baby mama to the dad, they're like gonna open the door for him to like, yeah, dude, fuck my baby mama, come over here. Like, no, like he literally tells me when like all these grimy ass bitches are talking shit about me to him, and then the way he sees it too is like, if they're talking shit about you, imagine when we're together, what they're gonna do to my kid.
Like that's period.
That's where like I'm like, dude, like why would you want to talk shit about like the baby mama to the baby daddy?
Dude. He's gonna go back to the baby mama and be like,
dude, that's like honestly, like I feel like that's like not envidia, but it's kind of like you're just kind of like, what are you doing with your life? Like,
honestly, I don't think it's envidia. I think it's just
like,
them.
Why are you
like,
so concerned about my life than your fucking life? Like,
it's not even that
big point, dude?
I think it's that as it's just like them like don't know how else to like start a convo. So they're like sending him my stories. Did you see what Leslie did?
They're sliding the DMs.
See what this girl? I'm like like, keep in mind, people, when I go out is when I don't have my kid.
Yeah.
Because, like, they're, like, for an example, this weekend, I don't have my daughter. She's with her dad. So, obviously, I'm going to go out. But if I post something, did you see what Leslie did? She's out here. Dude, who's watching her kid? Oh, she doesn't watch her kid. Like, I'm with her 50-50. Like, and
it's co-parenting.
And honestly, like, I feel like at the end of the day, like, whether you guys are 50-50, like, la gente siempre va a tener algo que decir. Like, 100%. Like, and that doesn't mean, like, because, dude, you know, girl to girl, bro. Like, girl to girl on some real shit. Bro. There's like, no, hold on. Like, on some real shit, like, girl to girl, man to man, whatever it is. Like, hey, girl.
Okay, girl.
Like, girl to girl, like, there's always gonna be that, like, random ass, snobby ass, grimy ass bitch that's gonna be like, hey, dude, like, I know you're your ex's baby mama, but like she was doing some shady shit on the side. Like, I'm trying to get at you. 100%. I'm trying to get at you. I'm trying to do this, but like she was doing this. Like,
and then the fact that he doesn't even tell me who it is, so I can take her off.
Fucking down, bro. And like, especially like nowadays, dude, you're always gonna fucking get that, regardless whether you're a man, you're a fucking woman.
Especially like in the small valley.
Fuck that shit.
Exactly. And then they think they're like being smart with it. Like, I literally have him on all my social medias. Like, me and my baby daughter are like this. We're like really good co-parent. Like, we're friends, you know? Period. So I even have his little siblings on my Snapchat. Like, I'm not hiding shit.
No, yeah.
So for the fact to them to be like trying to stir a pot, what pot are you trying to stir? They're like,
there is no pot. There is no pot.
There. Like, there's nothing to stir. Like, that's where I find, like...
I have another question for you, though. Oh. No, because... Okay, I got this good point. So... You know, you're saying, like, you know, you guys are really good friends and this, like that. Let's say your new partner. You think he would be okay with him, like, you know, you and him being, let's say...
I mean, he kind of has to.
No, but the thing is that your ex is giving you shit every time, like, let's say you're talking to someone else.
So, right now, he does have a girlfriend. Yeah. My baby has a girlfriend. The reason why I know who she is, but we haven't introduced each other is because... He's not there serious-wise with her where he wants to introduce my kid, my daughter, you know?
So far, your daughter doesn't know about
like, I don't mind. You get me? Like, if we broke up on good terms, do what the F you want to do. And I'll do what I want to do. Like, contact-wise, me and my baby are never going to stop talking because we have a daughter together. You get me? Like, it's where it goes back. You have to be respectful to your partner. You get me? So, like, obviously, when me and him talk, is like, hey, like, our daughter said, at school, they did this to her. Oh, hey, Penelope wants to do this. Oh, hey, like, you know, like, the only reason why we text is for my daughter.
For your kid, yeah.
It's like, and I feel like if it wasn't because of her, we wouldn't talk at all.
No, but what you said is he gave you shit, though.
Because that was when we first broke up. It was like 3 weeks in. I would honestly, I would freaking freak out, too, because we broke up, like, out of nowhere. You know, we didn't see it coming. So, like, obviously, like, from his point of view, I see it. If he went out with a girl and I don't know who the girl was, like,
and someone was telling you,
if someone told me, I would react to this.
Yeah,
thing,
you'd be like right off the bat, like,
because like maybe if he did, like, if a partner cheated on someone and that's why they broke up, okay, I don't have my place. Yeah. But literally, my point, like, of my story, how me and him broke up, like, there was no cheating. There was, like, no miscommunication. Like, there was nothing. We just fell out of love. It was just mutual. So, like, that's what, for me, I feel him where he got, like, oh, who the fuck were you with? Like, you were talking to him that long. That's why you're already on a date. Like, shit, that was moving on too fast. That's how I see it. For, like, someone to, like, to be out. If someone was to text you that, if the partner didn't do anything wrong, like, for, again, my point of view, if we didn't cheat each other, we broke up because of something. But if I don't know where he went on a date, I would assume right away that he had this bitch on the side,
the side hoe.
That's what I would see.
The side hoe upgraded to the main.
So then now, if he would reacted like that, if he found out I was someone, then that's where I'm like, yo, like
you're stepping your boundaries.
Yeah, like you're stepping boundaries now because like we have 2 years broken up. So you know, like I used to, no, mommy's like, why would you care who I'm with?
Yeah.
Nah, that's how I see it.
All right. So to the next question, guys. This one is I'm telling you, I'm just reading them off. All right. I'm just reading them off. This one says.
Let me make sure it's not Luis making.
No, it's not Luis. No, it's not Luis. So this one says. Just a random question because it caught my eye. It'd be interesting. It says threesomes.
No. Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. It just says threesomes. That's what it says. I swear to God.
Hard pass for me.
Who said this shit?
Don't worry about who said it. But hey, you know, shout
out to the boy though.
Shout out. Yep. So what do you guys think?
No, that's
No?
a hard fucking pass for me.
Okay, Vivi.
I'm already fucking nodding my head, bro. Like, fuck no.
I just heard 3 and I already knew what you're gonna finish with.
What the fuck is mine is fucking mine. Like, you don't need no fucking threesome, no fucking none of that.
Because if you want to add a person, it's because you're not satisfied with your partner.
Like, period.
So why
What
would
if you want to? I'm just playing devil advocate. What if you want to spice things up? Because
then spice it with like cope,
okay, look.
with cosplay or something, but not.
Look, because there is some people that we have met at the club or whatever, and then they come up to you like, hey, like, oh, because they're old, but they are older. They are older. I'll give them this. They are older, and they had told us the reason why we go out is to find somebody to have threesomes with, because once you're older, you want a little, like, obviously you've been with this person for a long time, you want to spice things up. And I'm not saying this is me, I'm just saying there's the people
I don't know, you're being a little sus.
This is what the people that come up to us have told us. All right, that's
Let me make sure it's not you who put that threesome.
If you lucky for you, I asked the question. I could have had Luis ask the question. It would have been even worse. But no, I'm just saying.
No, like, there's nothing wrong.
No,
okay.
And the thing is like some people are okay with it.
They like, yeah.
Some people are okay with it, and that's what I'm saying. Like when people come up to you, like, hey, like, you know, me and my girl, or it could be 2 guys, 2 girls, whatever. Maybe.
I don't
like,
know. I know a few people who do that shit. You know,
Same.
No judgment at motherfucking all. You know, cada quien likes their own shit. You know, but my point, I would never do that. I would never do that because I feel like
there's a level. There's like a sign of like respect that you have to have between yourself. I feel like I don't know, dude.
Well, I'm saying, I mean, it's just.
What about you, Angel?
Yeah,
what do you think?
Well, no, I mean, I feel like you should be satisfied with your partner that you have right now.
Speak your
So you
truth.
would say no.
I would say no. Like,
okay,
you
what
should be
about you?
satisfied with your partner.
Depends. I would say depends.
Throw that bottle.
Fucking depends
Behind the
on
scenes,
what?
throw the bottle,
Behind
throw
the
the bottle
scenes,
right
throw the
now.
bottle,
Behind
throw
the scenes.
First of all.
Depends on what?
All right. First of all.
No judgment. No judgment.
Well, I feel like with Luis, I mean, like, there's
I'm
some,
sorry,
there's some,
what?
like, some. Okay, look. When you're an attractive
I'll tell
man,
you this. No.
right?
Wait, can I have a different perspective?
Threesome
When you're in a relationship or just for the fucks of it when you're at the club?
Wait,
like
wait,
1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna bring this up. So
Estoy harta.
there's 2 scenarios.
Let him cook.
First of all, there's another guy. Hell no. Like it's gonna be
Why not?
Guy and girl? Hell no.
Yeah.
He's like, girl, guy? Say less.
Yeah. It's gotta be 2 girls and me or whatever.
Pobrecito Luis.
The other one would be me. I would think I would never do it with a significant other. Mm-hmm. Because, like I said, once I'm locked in, I would stay locked in. You're not gonna try to get someone else involved, or even if she's open to it. Because I know there's girls that are open to that,
there is.
Well,
I know.
But even if there's your significant other, I think there's still gonna be like that primal belief, that girl trait.
Shut up about your fucking primal beliefs.
The girl
bro.
trait of like jealousy, like Vivi has, and she doesn't believe on the este.
Yeah.
But like the jealousy.
Believe in what?
You said earlier that you were like, you would get jealous and shit like that.
Of course I would,
But
because what the fuck is
that's
mine
what I'm
is
saying.
mine.
That's how I'm cooking. Let me cook.
Let him cook.
Yeah.
I don't know about
that's what I'm saying.
cooking.
A girl,
He's cooking.
I do believe girls have that in their fucking DNA, genes, whatever.
Yeah, like wired into
so
them.
that's why I think I would never do it with like my significant other. Even if she was down, even if she's the one proposing it, I would never do it because I believe that
I think
something's gonna come back. No, even
too.
like
I feel like if you're dating a girl and then she said, "Oh, that girl is hot," and then she's like, "Yeah, she's okay," and she's like, "I'm gonna go ask her for a ththreesome," and then she's like.
Yeah, okay.
I'd be like, hey, who am I to say no? Like Luis would be like, who am I to say no? It's a good time. Let's go. If you're down with it.
Ella manda.
I feel like it's different between you kind of like giving a scenario of it and then you being in it real life. Because I feel like in real life it'd be a whole different story. Because some people were like,
right.
So if you, for example, somebody like, oh, you got a gun to your head, this and that. What would you do? Oh, I would try to get on this and that. But when in real life you'd be like. You're
like I don't know what the fuck
like,
to do.
You're like imagination, runs wild.
Yeah,
and I don't know. It's different. To everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
It is different to everybody.
Well, like a significant other, never.
Yeah.
But I think like let's say 2 girls that you fucking randomly knew.
Yeah.
You're fucking fully single, whenever it is what it is. Fucking.
He says, say less.
You know what? I feel like if I was a guy, I would.
Interesting.
But since like I'm a female, I would.
Well, I feel like every guy's I mean, I don't know if it's every guy.
Because I know that's every guy's dream to have fucking
I was gonna say, that's like
threesome.
every guy's dream is like a threesome. And a lot of like celebrities and all that stuff, you see they're like, oh, he's talking about like, oh yeah, threesomes this, threesomes that. You know, I got 2 girls. All the rappers and stuff, you see them all the time with a whole bunch of girls, and you're like, oh, you only speculate. You know, you think you're like, oh, they're always with them. You know, but who never knows? You never know, and that's the thing. To each their own, and that's the thing. It's like some people are down with it, some people aren't down with it. So it's like,
I just had to play devil's advocate.
Respect both sides. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Devil's advocate, you know, just get the scenario rolling.
Well, yeah, if you like
Next
threesomes,
question.
you do you.
Next question. How many times can you cheat until it's over?
Dude, I'm no one for
cheat.
this.
I'm just reading
I'm
the
like,
questions, buddy.
I'm no one to mention this because in my past relationships, I got cheated on like 6 times, and I went
And
back.
you were like, go back.
And I went back.
Well, I feel like some girls do that though too. It's like
Let me-
some
hold
girls
on. Let me
cheat-
stop-
or
let me
no,
stop
not
you right
some.
there.
Well, some girls do
Let me
cheat, but
stop
some
you right
guys
there.
cheat, and then the girls go back to the guy.
Let me
for
stop
some
you
reason.
right there
Girls
because,
do that a
girl,
lot.
they fucking give me shit about all this shit all the time.
Ooh.
Where they're like, oh, this and this, this and that. Like, you're thinking about the no, like I ain't thinking about shit.
No,
Like,
I'm just
what
asking the
happened,
question. How
happened.
many times can you cheat?
This viewer's question.
I
Until it's
don't
over.
know. I can't give you a number because, like I said, not with my baby daddy.
So
I mean,
10?
like in my past relationship, I went back after 6 cheats.
So 6.
So 6.
Oh, yeah, 6.
Yeah, guys, 6, and you're good. 6, and you're under
No.
6, and you're good.
Hey, but that was my first
7.
relationship. That doesn't count.
5, and you're good, guys. No,
That
no
didn't
6
count.
though.
That was like my first relationship. So I was like so like madly
Like-
in love.
like
I
Love
was
is
like,
Blind.
this is my fucking person.
I wanna
He'll
marry this
change for
guy.
me.
Nah.
The first cheat,
Hey,
he'll
middle school-
change. Second, this is the one.
This is the one.
The 6th one. Yeah, wait, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, I'm like done. I'm done. No, but nah, I'm no one to answer this question.
But what?
So
But
6.
no, okay,
6.
no, actually, I can't answer that.
But you kept going
Because
back. But
back
what
then,
made you
yes,
go
I
back?
would go back. I would go back because
'Cause
I
you were
loved
young?
that person, and I was stupid and young. But I feel like now, if I got into a relationship and they cheated on me once, it's fucking over. And you know what? And like a lot of people have different aspects of cheating.
Mm-hmm.
For me, cheating is if you're talking to someone and being shady about it and not letting me know and erasing the messages. That's for me. That's cheating. Because ponle, yeah, back again to the topic. If that's a friend, that's a fucking friend. That's fine. But like if you're raising shit, then that's being shady. For me, that's cheating. Because they're hiding something from me that they don't want me to see because maybe they're not being loyal. You get me?
Yeah.
So for me, that's fucking cheating. So I feel like now, because I'm mature. I'm mature now. Ya no estoy
I'm
pendejita.
grown.
I grown up. I'm grown.
I'm grown.
I'm fucking grown.
I'm grown.
I feel like, yeah, now, if you cheat on me and do me dirty with one, I'm done.
Then, yeah, it's
Because
over.
I also feel like it's different now. Because like once again, back to the thing, I have a kid. I'm not gonna be freaking crying and like going back to someone cheating on me when like
Yeah.
for what? Like
Yeah,
so
okay,
if they cheat on me, that relationship's gonna be toxic as fuck. Why keep going back? You get me? Because there's gonna be trust issues. If you go to the corner to the store, I'm not gonna let you. I'm like, you're gonna stay your ass here. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no. Why would I want that? You know.
Yeah.
So I feel like now it's 1.
Like you lost the trust.
But back then it was 6.
6, guys. All right, 6.
6.
Middle school, high school, 6. What about you, B? 0. He said 1 and done.
5.
I don't know. Like
4?
I don't know. I dealt with a lot of shit, you know. Personally, like how Leslie said, you know, you grow as an individual, and I feel like you have, you know, whatever it is that you go through, whatever the bullshit is, you live and you learn.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like when you come to that maturity level as a woman, where you're like, you know what, like I'm done tolerating this bullshit. Like, for what? Why am I gonna be dealing with this shit fucking right to left?
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to be dealing with that shit.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna fucking be with me, you're gonna fucking be with me, period.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not gonna fucking be with me, then bye. I don't fucking need you. Because for me, personally, I'm like, you know what? I have come to conclusions within myself as a like level of maturity where, you know what?
You're
I know
more
what
aware.
I
You're
know.
more
Yeah,
aware of what's
exactly.
going on and-
I'm more aware, and it's like I know what the fuck I want. And if you're not gonna fucking be able to like not even provide, but even to live to that like standard emotionally and physically, then it's like, why am I fucking wasting my time on you?
Well, I feel like it's more like a with trust.
Exactly,
Like I feel like how we said
exactly.
on the last podcast, it's like once you trust somebody, like you trust them with your secret, right? For example, we'll give an example. Like you trust somebody with your secret, and then they go and tell somebody, then you're not gonna tell them again because you know you can't trust them.
Exactly.
And it's the same thing with like when you're dating somebody, and then they go and cheat. Like that trust is broken right then and there. Like,
and I will say, you know, I feel like us as women, like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, you know, I feel like nosotros like aguantamos mucho. I feel like sometimes like we let one and another shit pass. And I feel like that's kind of more specified when we're younger because we're so unaware of, you know, their actions, our actions, and what we're doing in like a wholesome conclusion or whatever it is. But I feel like when you really step out of that, like, because hold on, like let me rephrase this. Like when you're a woman and you're really dealing with a traumatizing relationship where nobody really ever talks about, like sincerely, and you step into a new relationship, you're like, holy shit, like this is so different from what I experienced or whatever it is. You know, you're not going to go and compare situations because it's not your old partner. You're stepping into a new relationship, you know, kind of thing, what I mean. But I always say like, fuck, I lost my train of thought. I'm not drunk, but it's like I speak for my girlies, you know, because sometimes like as women, it's very hard for us to speak out and to really say like what you're going through and, you know, the shit that you fucking live through. But I feel like once you go through that traumatizing, once you really go through that traumatizing experience and you kind of really understand what you want and what you don't want, like in your next relationship or in your next partner. Fuck you guys. You guys aren't even fucking listening.
I'm listening.
Nah,
I'm
fuck that
listening.
shit. I'm done talking.
Oh my God.
Girls
I'm
and
done
their
talking.
feelings.
Nah, I'm done talking.
Like Louis said, girls are a lot emotional than
Nah,
guys.
I'm done talking. I'm not even gonna fucking
Oh
say
my
anything.
God.
You don't think
I've met more emotional guys than myself. So.
Really?
Yes, 100%.
You don't think girls are more emotional than guys?
It's 50-50.
Wait. Go back to it. Let me throw my shit.
All right, we're not done with Luis.
What?
Wait, with that, girls being emotional?
No, the other one.
No, the cheating one.
Oh, the cheating one? How many times
How much can you cheat?
How much
What's
can you
yours, Luis?
She said 6. What do you think?
Nah, I took a bag. 1.
5. One and then after that you're good. Listen, 7.
He's counting how many times he's been cheated on.
0.
Yeah. From Luis?
No. For me, I think it's like
I think it's different from a guy than a girl.
from a guy. Like I said, like
I
told
freaking
you
hate
guys
when you
before.
guys
Devil's
say that.
advocate. There's a question.
It's
There's
the
a question.
same
No.
shit.
For me, like I said, I think a girl's value is loyalty. And I think like once that loyalty is lost, you can't really, get that back. If you really like, like a lot of girls say, oh, you're insecure and this and that. But like really, if you lose that loyalty, like from a girl, that's when I think it's better to like, cut it off or whatever. Because like I said, I think like girls are more like, like most of the girls and everything, dude, when they're into a guy and everything, I know they will give it all.
Yeah.
Like, for them, really, like that's in their primal beliefs.
They're wired.
Yeah, they're wired. They're hardwired,
like
really.
Their DNA.
A girl is hardwired for really to like, love one person, And when she is like, giving attention to someone else and this and that, that's when I think like, that loyalty is kind of like, let's say, lost. And let's say, like I said, for me, I never really been in a relationship or whatever.
I wonder why.
Silence or whatever. No, but
who wants to deal with
even
Me.
even Leslie like knows.
Me.
Even Leslie knows. Like I've been a side nigga without even fucking knowing. And that's
I
when
know.
and like no, Leslie like knows best.
Pobrecito.
I would tell him, and he wouldn't believe me.
Guys, if you're the side nigga,
I
like
would
this,
tell
like this right
him.
now.
I would try.
And that was the fucked up shit. I would try to tell. I would tell him, and he's like, nah.
Guys,
no, and then that's when you like for sure. That's when you lose like trust, And it's not like trauma or this and that. Like I never really got hurt or whatever. But like,
well, I feel like you kind of did get hurt because
He brought it up.
Yeah,
What?
No, I feel like you do have trauma now because you were the side nigga. Now you have
it's
trauma
just
of
harder
being
to
the side
tell.
nigga. And you're like, and now that you found out
It's
after, you're
harder
like,
to
now
trust.
I never want to be the side nigga.
No, I think I didn't really matter to me because I was like, no, at the end of the day, I don't like. Well, if you're in a side nigga, you're technically not losing.
At the
It's
end of the day,
I
I'm a
feel like
side nigga.
that nigga that was
Let's get
losing
fail.
was the guy that was getting played on. You know, because
True.
you know.
What is
But
it? Both
for
of you
me-
guys were getting played.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying though. It's like you're more of that's when you like, let's say, like lose trust in a girl. And that's why, like, even there's another question I know, like in the questions we had, it's like, you know, why you never committed or this and that.
So the other question was, why can't men commit?
And it's because of that. It's like just shit that happens nowadays. What is it called? Just in general, you know, if you see a red flag, like for me, like if I see a red flag and everything, it's harder for me to commit. Even though I want to and this and that, if I see a red flag, that's when it's like just harder.
So what would you guys?
I was about to say, what would you consider a red flag?
Last question is what would you guys consider a red flag?
I'll let you guys answer.
No,
first
you
and
go
I'll get back to
first.
me. No,
You
Let's go, Vivi. Let's go, Vivi first.
No,
Girl's perspective.
I don't want to. No,
Damn,
y'all don't
guys.
hear me out, so I'm not gonna talk.
Alright,
I'll
someone
skip the
fire her.
question. I'll skip the question.
You can't.
Wow,
you can't skip the
you're
question.
gonna do that to the viewers?
I'll skip the question to
Vivi,
somebody else.
what do you consider a red flag? Guys, I'm telling you, girls are more emotional than guys. Why are you
Mythbusters.
mad though? Like, pa qué?
I'm not even mad. I'm just like thinking like
Okay, so why what's a red flag to you as a girl when you were dating a guy?
I have a lot of red flags.
Well, a ver, ¿qué?
But they ignore it.
Do they know?
Leslie, I'm
I'm
gonna let you go
colorblind.
first.
No,
I'm gonna let you go first because
Colorblind.
Dude, yo estoy ciega. I don't see red flags.
I'm gonna let you go
Leslie's gonna
first
take off the glasses.
because
All right.
I'm like, I can't see.
hey, red flags? Glasses off. Even better. Perfect.
We're like, perfect. No,
I'm gonna let you go first because you're the guest.
Thanks. But
I
I'm
don't
like,
know.
damn.
Thanks.
It's because
It's hard, dude.
it's because it's fucking hard. Like,
yeah,
I can like
do it.
It's hard. No.
Do it right now.
I'm gonna
No,
take the whole hour.
It's
Well, like
already
my,
bad.
I guess like I don't know.
It's just
It's
hard,
hard.
dude. It's hard.
'Cause
to
I feel like
explain.
So
one-
for me as a guy that it had happened to me before.
Aw.
A girl, pobrecito yo, huh? No, that a girl when she puts her iPhone on do not disturb or airplane mode.
Ooh, because she doesn't.
That's a
oh,
red
that's
flag.
red flag.
Because
True.
now for me now as she's like, oh, she's hanging out with you, right? All right. Now I know.
No, you know what's mine,
That
though?
someone is gonna talk to her, text her, and be like, "That's why she doesn't want me to see."
I see a red flag right now with you. You know why? Why the fuck do you have your phone facing down?
Yeah.
That's
But look, what do I have? But look, what do I have?
No, but I'm just saying in general, like
Okay, look.
any
for me,
guy that like
no
puts their phone.
Two different perspectives on that. One is guys are toxic and they don't want their girls to see, or the other is for me.
No, that's a red flag.
No, for me is when I put my phone upside down is because my attention is on you. My attention is on
true.
you, and I don't wanna be
I don't
distracted.
know.
If I had my phone like this and someone texted
also-
me,
but
I would be
also-
like,
Well, you wouldn't answer it though. If you putting your attention to the
No,
person,
no,
why would you
because-
want to
no,
check
because
your
right
phone?
now, because right now,
But
as
also
a society,
peep. But also
you're
peep
so
the
attached to your
picture.
phone.
But also peep the picture that he has on his back screen. It's him and his girl.
Well, look, what do I have right there?
No, miro.
You have your glasses on.
I'm like,
that.
Let me see.
And look,
guess
and
that-
Let me see it.
okay, and look. when I put
hey,
it-
you got a good one.
look, when I put it upside down, I'm focusing on you guys.
Mhm.
Wait, let me see it.
It's not you.
It's not you.
Wow.
You
Next,
got-
hey, but don't worry, it's gonna be
He
our cars.
changed it.
It's
He
gonna be our
changed it.
cars next. Don't worry, I got you.
Celeste.
But when like for me,
But I'm not
for
just,
me-
like, going at you. I'm just saying in
that's true.
general,
No,
like-
that's true because some guys do be like
Like, they, like,
they're
flip
shady.
it.
There's some guys
So
that are
that's
shady
it?
like that.
That's it.
Well, there's several like that. They don't communicate. I fucking hate guys that don't express how they're feeling. Like,
Okay, so like you're gonna hate me then.
because I fucking hate like obviously you can tell by their mood that something's wrong. You can be like, hey, what's wrong? Nothing. I'm
Okay.
good. Like fucking communicate. Like how the fuck do they expect me to know what the fuck is wrong?
Okay,
Like that's
so-
my
okay.
biggest red flag.
You're like
not communicating with your partner.
You're literally
or even
like
anyone.
you're like no soy adivina la verga.
Like for me, I'm like assuming that like
Okay,
That's
okay,
what girls do most
Look,
of the
okay,
time,
look.
though.
I'll tell you what. For me, I can relate to that because I kind of do that. I don't.
Toxic
This is
nigga.
a red flag. Red flag. This is
That's a
red flag.
fucking red flag.
No, but that's because that's how I was raised. Like I never had.
See,
no, and that's the thing is I never got taught that. It's to communicate.
It's in the Hispanic community.
Yeah, and that's like,
as a man, I feel like you can't communicate your feelings out because then that makes you a bitch. That's
truth.
Que no tienes huevos, that you can't like express your feelings. But like with this generation, you should be able like.
But as I grew up, you know, as I got older, I was like, you know what? And I found somebody that communicates with me. I'm like, you know what? This isn't right. When I shut down, I need to communicate what's wrong with me to make a relationship work. And that's from like the last episode.
All right, fuck that devil's advocate.
A ver, ¿qué pasa? Necesito.
All right, for me, I
Let me see
don't
that.
think
What?
Oh yeah, Luis still needs to take a shot though.
And he's my DD.
Pobrecito. Pobrecita, you.
You
Don't
do
worry,
that
guys.
shit
Luis.
all the time to
Don't
me.
worry, guys. Luis isn't gonna drive till tomorrow, so it's okay. Don't worry.
So fuck me.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Till
I
tomorrow.
doubt it.
Till tomorrow, guys. Don't worry.
Anyways, guys.
For PD purposes,
All right, so
Luis is not gonna drive till
I'm
3
never
days
driving.
from now.
I don't even drive. I don't got keys.
Yeah, that's true.
Myself.
I have it.
He locked
What is
himself
a
out.
car? I don't know.
But let me hear your perspective.
All right, so in reality, I think it depends on what kind of communication you want.
Oh, I was like, what?
You're like, what the fuck?
All
Like, what communication?
All right, depends what communication you want. Like for me, I don't really think it's necessary for you to like, you know, say your feelings to like, you know, your girl and everything. Like, you know, I think it's really more of as a guy, I think it's a different role as a guy and as a girl. Why are you gonna express a guy problem to a girl? They're not gonna be able to help or anything.
But they
like
can
that.
be able to understand what's going on with you. Why you're feeling frustrated in a way, or what's going on. Nothing, but as long as you know what's wrong with your partner. Because for me, right away, I'm like, did I do something? Is he mad at me? Like,
but
and then that's
girl,
I've been saying.
It depends on the guy too, because there is guys that when they get emotional, they'll fully lock up. Then you're gonna be. Yo no sé nada de eso.
And honestly, that was me. That used to be me. There's guys
that can still, like, you know, they might have fucking the most problems in their fucking life and everything, but in, like, you know, their persona and everything, they're still good and everything overall.
But, like, I feel like if you're with a partner, you should be able to communicate with your partner without feeling that you can't communicate. And what's the fucking
without
point?
feeling that insecurity.
Yeah, like,
but,
you need, I understand his point of view as, like, if I asked him, you know, like, I don't expect him to, like, fully blown, like, point A, point B, like, tell me everything, you know? But, like, if he has a partner, I expect, at least, like, I bet your partner would expect you to communicate
some
with
sort of communication.
This is the
not some sort, all of it.
Well, the thing is, like, I'm telling you, like, for me, until you meet that certain somebody that can...
That's what I'm telling you.
No, but, like, for example, for Luis... Well, example. I'm not saying he's like this, but I'm just saying an example. If Luis was to have a significant other and she was trying to communicate with him, and Luis all his life he was like, he never saw that communication between his parents, right? And then to a point where when she was trying to communicate with him, he just shut down. He's like, you know what, I don't want to talk, and he walked away. Some people do not have that, like that not even tolerance, but like they never got taught that. Because all they knew was like they learned what they saw. Mm-hmm. So they saw that their parents were going apart, right? My dad's not talking, he's walking away. So then Luis was like, in his mind, he's like, oh, you know what? That's normal for me. So I'm just going to walk away when somebody's arguing with me.
But if his partner's trying to obviously this is not your case, but like in that scenario that you're saying, obviously if he saw his mom not wanting to communicate, but like if he's seeing that his partner's trying to like break that ice of him not to communicate, like why wouldn't you want to?
But that's the thing is like when you're small, you don't really realize that.
But you're small, now you're big. Like I'm talking about as a
you guys are drawing scenarios, first of all.
Let's hear this.
For me, like I said, for when I have a significant other, I don't want to bring more problems. Like, you know, I don't like to when there's a problem, I don't like to complain about it and this and that. For me, it's fix it.
As a guy.
Straight up, as a guy, you're supposed to fucking fix it. There's people that throw a tantrum and everything, and they'll fucking whine, complain, and bitch and all that. I don't really, like, for me, if I see a problem, you either got to fix it or don't worry about it. For me, if there's shit that's out of control, say it is what it is. Fucking go with the fucking flow. Like, in reality, that's why I think it's, there's problems that occur, and people will fucking drag it out. They'll fucking drag a problem out. For me, I don't like to do that shit. For me, if it's a problem, fix it. And then my significant other, I want my comfort zone. Forget about that problem. Like for me, I want that, like, you know, my girl, whatever, to forget me about that problem. If it's it is what it is, you know, type of shit, that there's nothing
Like,
that
move on.
I can control to make that problem like disappear.
Yeah.
You know, I want my girl to get me, let's say, away from the problem. Like stop thinking about the problem about it. You know.
Yeah.
Because the more you think about a problem, the more you're fucking get stressed and everything, and that's how you gotta roll with life. Because people, like I said, that's what I see a lot of shit that happens. Because I do believe it's once people can't control their emotions and everything, that's the people that are fucking in jail and everything. It's the people in jail in reality.
What?
Is
I'm like,
because they
what
can't
the
control
hell?
the fucking problems.
I mean,
like,
I don't know.
I mean,
about
I
that.
know some
get
people that killed someone,
emotional.
but
that they get
about that.
emotional and shit
I'm
like
like,
that.
I don't know what.
I'm like, what?
I don't know. It's just my take, you know.
Yeah.
And for me, like
What
I
did
said,
you say?
I don't think it's specifically a must. Like, oh, I'm gonna have to tell everything to my girl and this and that, you know. And even to other people. For me, there's things I keep to myself, and I know I can deal with it, so I don't have to. There's other people I know that can't, and I don't fucking. I'm not gonna judge them if they tell other people, but for me, I know who I am and I know what I can control, and I think I'm perfectly fine.
Okay. Well,
without expressing shit.
Okay, for me as a man, talking to you, another man,
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes you have to like for you, you want to keep things to yourself. What I got from you, I'm just what I got from you, and you tell me if I'm wrong. What I got from you is you want to try to keep your emotions to yourself and not try to tell your girl everything, so that way you don't. She was shaking. She was like she's like anxious or something. But
Sorry.
you just want to keep things to yourself, right? And I feel like if
I
you
got you.
keep things to yourself, you don't want the reason why you keep things to yourself is because you don't want to seem weak.
It's not necessarily seem weak, but like
I
if you
feel
can
like,
deal with
hold
it.
on, let me stop you
Hold
there.
on, hold on.
Like, I'm gonna stop you there because I feel like,
I had a point, pero
okay, no, you go first and then I'll go.
Fuck
okay.
Angel's
Well,
opinion.
yeah, I know.
No, you go
the,
first and then I'll
okay.
go.
The thing I was getting at is like, for me now that I have grown up and I know like what a partner that communicates with you, it's not wrong for you to tell them what's wrong. It's like if you have something wrong with it, you should tell them because they will sympathize with you. They're gonna be able to try to help you.
But do you want that sympathy?
No,
Okay,
and the thing
like,
is, no.
hold
But the
on,
thing is, like,
let me
no, but the
let me
thing is-
stop
no,
you.
but the
Let
thing
me
is
stop
like-
you right there, and then let me stop you right there, because
fuck us, huh?
how
Yeah.
you no, not fuck you guys. Like, I understand where you guys are coming from, like, you know, as a man, as a woman, whatever. But like, have you like? It's how you have mentioned before how you've never really had a serious relationship, how you've only had situationships or whatever. For me, the way I see it, until you really sit down and have a cordial, serious
Conversation.
relationship with somebody that is gonna fully be there to support you and open to you as a woman and as you as a man, you're gonna have that cordial conversation regardless. And I say this because I have siblings, I have friends who have always been like, oh, I'm never going to open up to her. I'm never going to have this conversation with her because
That's kind of
I am
mature,
a
though.
man and machismo or whatever it is. But when you come down to that serious situation where you are in that relationship and you're like, holy shit, like, who do I turn to? Who do I talk to?
Alcohol.
Because, hold on. No.
That's when, like,
I'm
drug
like,
addiction
no.
comes into play.
No, like, because you
I
can
love
have,
buzz balls.
Hey, me too.
because you can have your guy friends, and I'm not saying that's not wrong or whatever. You can turn to them and you can talk to them and you can open up or whatever. But when you really have that down ass bitch who's really there for you and who's really open to communicate whatever is across the board, you're gonna eventually have the conversation with her. And I know that you say, oh, I'm not going to or whatever it is, but in reality, like, you don't know that.
Why?
You
Okay,
don't
as
know
simple as a
that.
girl.
You don't know that.
Why do you need that?
Why do you need that?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
as
because
a
he
woman,
is at a red flag. Like, why
it's
do you
not
guys
a red
need?
flag.
Why do you guys need a guy to
you
fucking
say that. You say that.
tell you his
No,
problems?
no. Let me stop you
That's
there
what-
because no. Let me stop you there because you say that it's a fucking red flag. It's not a red flag for me. An example.
I said that.
Hold
she
on.
said
I
that.
said
She
that.
said that. She said that.
that.
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
And I'm setting a prime example. Let's say me and you, let's say
Yeah,
me and you
Teach
are
their own.
dating. Let's say
You don't let her not be yourself.
let's say
I'm like, no,
let's say let's say me and you are dating. A prime example, right? Whatever it is, months, years, whatever, and it comes to you coming to me with a serious problem, I'm not gonna think you're a bitch, or I'm not gonna think of you any different. Why? Because we are because we're in a relationship. Because we're in a relationship. So if you were to come to me with a problem, I'd be like, holy shit, like my bae is feeling a certain type of way. But me as a woman, okay, go.
But what if the way that he thinks, he doesn't want to show weakness? He has already explained this before. He's like, he does not want to show weakness.
I understand
so he wouldn't go to you to ask for opinions.
I understand that.
He would go to the guys.
Okay, I understand that. But us as women, we have
as
that
women,
instinct.
but you're saying like an example, the way that Luis is. If you're
I'm
saying example,
can I say something?
Okay, let's see.
Because I was the one who said that's a red flag to me.
I'm done.
Hearing this point of view,
Nah, I'm done.
You're like,
shit, I changed. Because it's true. It's because it's because I don't have brothers. It's pure girls. So for us, it's so common to communicate our feelings.
Yeah.
So now I'm hearing his perspective. Like, I guess I'm more on his side now.
Dang.
If he's not used to like communicating, like
no,
but like for sure, if you're not used to communicating, it's gonna take time to communicate to the right person. So I feel like if you start talking to someone, if they don't communicate now, I shouldn't see as a red flag. I'm like, because maybe they don't communicate with their, like, they never saw that
maybe
at
they had
home.
like brothers, like all brothers.
Because for me, it's pure girl. So
yeah,
me and my sister are like this. So like me and her communicate our things. So maybe that's why I feel like I have that aspect of like expecting everyone else to communicate.
And that's
family.
And like with my parents, I communicate with them like, I can have a bad day at work, and I tell them from point A to point B, like what the fuck happened.
And some guys don't do that.
And some don't do. And now that's I'm like, from hearing your point of view.
He's like, I'm on your side. She said, you're on your side.
This one only.
No, but like how you said, how you see your sister, that's how I see my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd rather go to them to like
don't twist it. When I had my partner, I would let him know what's wrong with me.
Let me tell you this though. For me as a guy, let's say, like, como decitas, like me and you are dating. For me, why would I bring my stress and everything to you? Like for me, if like let's say like we were in a relationship and shit like that. For me, the thing is for you to be like what is it called? Be stress free. Like my main goal would be stress free.
To like communicate with you if she has something wrong with her.
I know girls are gonna do that. So
no, but like, what if she kept it in and you noticed? Like, would you expect her?
Girls don't do that.
There's some that
sexist.
do. There's
girls don't do that.
How the fuck are we friends?
Honestly, I feel like when a girl's mad, you know, because then they give you the silent treatment. They're like,
Vivi, mad.
One word, like a prime example right here.
I'm not mad. I'm just not saying anything. Like,
well, okay, so why aren't you saying anything? Because you're mad,
like,
you're frustrated?
No, because it doesn't matter. Like,
why does it not matter?
Because you guys keep cutting me off. So
no,
I'm not
we're just giving
anything.
you this.
No. Because
everybody cuts each other off.
I understand, but it's like the thing is like I'm saying something, and then you guys are like, oh, blah blah blah. This,
but that's
blah,
how
blah,
the podcast works. Though.
I understand, but
how are you gonna get mad if that's how it works?
I'm not getting mad. It's just I'm not mad. It takes a lot for me to get mad. But it's just more of like because I'm hearing you guys out. I'm hearing your perspective. I'm hearing her perspective.
But then you're like, I'm not gonna talk.
No, because it's like I want to hear what you guys are saying. But I'm saying it in the aspect, okay, I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from as a woman. But it's also like there is women who will completely go silent and completely think that nothing's wrong. And you will think like, oh, well, nothing's wrong with her. Like how she said, like there is truly women out there that will pretend that nothing is going on. And I'm not saying like how I said, me and you could be dating, whatever it is. I don't expect for you to tell me like whatever it is, because we've had these conversations in previous podcasts or whatever it is. I'm not saying like you spit out your whole fucking emotions, whatever the fuck it is.
You guys say you guys want that.
Yeah,
but I'm like, why do you guys just feed it? What do you guys like?
You guys are like,
yeah, you guys want that from a guy.
Honestly, like, you guys want
a guy to feel
you guys want trauma.
No,
you guys
I don't feel
I wouldn't see them as weakness. Would you?
No, but why do you guys want that though?
I don't feel like it's like we want it. It's more of like we're women. We understand what it is to have emotion. We understand when it is like if me and you were friends, like best friends forever. Let's say,
BFFs.
oh, exactly. Like let's say me and Leslie are BFFs, right?
This is like, I'm the BFF.
No,
what?
No,
you can't replace me.
No, like on some real shit. Like, let's say me and Leslie are BFFs forever, right?
Yeah.
And me and her were to hang out, and she's in this attitude. I'm gonna keep it cool until it gets to that point where I'm like, girl, like, what's wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
But that's a friend.
And how is that a flag?
No, that's a friend.
Exactly.
You're talking about a friend.
I know, but listen, I'm not
other.
done talking though. I'm not done talking though. I'm not done talking.
Sit down.
Shut up. I'm not done talking.
La
Like, if it were to be like me and her, like, oh, like, hey, girl, like, whatever, we're hanging out, we're having a good time, we're taking some shots, whatever. And if I still see that her mood or energy is still in that point where I'm going to be like, hey, we haven't talked about this, whatever it is, what the fuck is going on with you? Us as women, as our instinct, we're always going to be like, I know there's something wrong. I'm not going to bring it up right then and there, but I'm going to eventually bring it up to you. You may not be open to it. You may not be open to be like, hey, this and this is going on to me. Why? Because you're a man. You guys as man, you're fucking so in the machismo area where like, oh, like, fuck this. I'm not going to tell you how I feel or whatever it is.
She's not wrong.
And
No.
I'm not saying, hold on. I'm not saying that's you or that's you. Everybody is different. I'm not speaking on behalf of you guys. I'm speaking on behalf of everyone, right? But I'm saying, like, us as women instincts, we have that instinct where it's like, I want to know what's wrong with you. You don't have to tell me full detail or whatever it is, but me, like, let's say how I said, if me and him were dating, I would be concerned about him. I'd be like, hey, babe, like, what's going on? If I were to be like, hey, how was your date? He doesn't want to talk about it, then that's fine. But as a woman instinct, if I see if you're acting and you're in that same mentality, if you're in that same mood for a certain amount of hours or a certain amount of period, I'd be like, wait, no mames, like,
okay,
what the fuck is going on with you? Like, tell me what the fuck is going on, kind of shit.
That can get thrown back at you because some girls, when guys get them mad, they give them the silent treatment and they're like, they don't want to talk about it. They're like, oh, look away and like, hey babe, what's wrong? Babe, what's wrong?
5 minutes
and they're
ago?
like this. Nothing. And
I
then
was
you're
hearing you
begging
guys
them, and
out.
like basically on your knees.
Because we like
hey,
it when they beg us.
Yeah, and that, like, look,
True.
because you guys look, and the thing is, you guys like when we're weak, when we're vulnerable. That's the thing. What
That's
you guys,
where you're wrong.
literally just said, because we like when you beg.
For us, like, beg
Yes,
me, like,
you-
yeah.
you
but, like,
when we
I don't
beg.
feel like if you would
Because that's when we're
communicate, I wouldn't
vulnerable.
find you weakness.
That's when we're vulnerable.
No,
Nah,
but let
that's
me
where
stop
you're
you.
wrong.
Let me
That's
stop you
where
right
you're
there. No.
Because you're like, babe,
Hold on,
what's wrong?
no.
Babe,
No,
babe.
wait, let me stop you right there because you're saying how Leslie said, you think that we're finding you guys as vulnerable, as weakness or whatever.
But for your enjoyment.
No, it's not for our enjoyment.
You literally just said we like it when you like that.
I'm gonna tell you this.
For the
Hold on,
like,
no,
yeah,
shut
my
up.
perspective, like,
No.
if my partner,
No.
if they say I'm like,
No.
A ver.
Let me
No,
tell
no,
you.
Baker,
Me van a cancelar.
please.
me van a cancelar.
No, it's not for our enjoyment. It's not for our weakness or whatever. But at the end of the day, I feel like if you are in unity with another person, whether that being a man or a woman, you're gonna want that level of respect, that level of communication, whatever it is. How I said, prime example, Luis has never been in a relationship. He's
Pobrecito.
been whatever the fuck it is. No,
He was
a side
Look at this
piece.
guy. Who wouldn't have want a relationship with this guy? Look at it.
No.
Un perro de la calle.
Yo.
Someone adopt him, please.
Me. No, like, it's not even like that. But as a woman, I feel like how you guys have said, we're very emotional. We're very open to whatever topics, whatever it is. But as my man, I'd be like, I don't expect you to tell me right off the bat what's going on. I'll let you, do your thing, do whatever the fuck it is. If you're going to tell me, you're going to tell me. But if for me as a woman, let's say me and Luis are dating and he's not fucking talking to me and I still think that he's being awkward or whatever it is, I'm going to be like, bro, like, what's going on with you?
Yeah.
I will deadass tell him like, hey, I've noticed you being a little weird, a little
be concerned
distant,
for
whatever.
him, yeah.
Exactly. It's more of a concern.
Yeah.
It's not more of like, I want you to beg for my attention. It's not more of like, oh, I want you to feel weak, because as women, we're very emotional.
Okay, but that's like okay. So I'm saying what I was talking about is like when you get a girl mad, and then you're saying preaching girls show their emotion, this is and that, they should show their emotion, but then when a guy gets her mad, and then she's like, oh, gives you the silent treatment, how is that supposed to fix anything? When the girl is like, when the girl says, the guy is always saying, he's like, the
thing is though, is that like, I feel
That's
like
what I'm
the
asking.
way, okay,
I
I
think-
understand what you're saying, but not every girl is the same.
I was about
Not
to say,
every
because I'll
girl
let you
thinks
know what the
same.
fuck is wrong with me within there.
Well, I'm saying, what's
Exactly,
him there?
exactly.
I'm saying, but like,
Not every girl thinks the same. Like, if you're like how I said, if I was with Lisa, he'd be like, "Oh, giving me the sound treatment," I'd be like, "Bro, what the fuck?" Like, I'm gonna tell you what the fuck is up.
you tell it.
If you, as a woman, you don't know how the fuck to react and fucking talk to your fucking partner,
Yeah.
that's the fuck on you. If you don't want to fucking communicate that shit across, girl, that's on you.
These
Period.
Girl or
I'm
guy?
done.
No, like that's like I'm just saying in general. Like if you don't know how to communicate that shit, bye.
But what if he
Bye.
wasn't raised that way though? As it
Then
goes
he
back to the
does-
same thing.
Then that's the thing though, because you're a fucking unity at the end of the day. You should know your partner at the end of the
but
day.
what if he doesn't? He never knew that.
Then that's fine. You teach him.
But you're
to
literally
know.
preaching. You're like, if he doesn't know that, then I'm bye.
No,
If he
no,
doesn't,
no.
you literally just said, if he doesn't know that,
Okay.
then bye.
Give me a scenario. Give me a scenario, and I'll react to it.
Hold on. I understand where you're coming
'Cause
from. Where I said
you were
bye.
preaching. You were
Okay,
preaching. No, because you were
I
preaching.
understand. Okay, I understand
Preach.
where you're
You
saying.
were-
Where
look,
I said
Run
bye
it-
and
look,
whatever it
guys,
is.
Run it back. She said, if he does
Yes.
not know how to communicate,
And I'm
then
not
bye.
saying that's not wrong. I'm not saying that's not wrong. I know what I said.
But that's what
I
you
know what I
said.
said. I know. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. I know what I said.
But a lot of guys do not know how
I
to communicate.
understand. I understand. But I'm saying, like, my point across is when you're in a relationship with someone, you're growing together, right?
But
You're learning how to be with one another right off from the bat.
and remember,
right?
this is the first
Hold on.
time. This is the
I
first
know,
time that
I
they're-
know.
You guys,
Pero,
Girl,
pero,
hold on, girl. I mean, not girl.
Ándale, girl.
you want to fuck her?
Not girl. Hold
guys, number 2, strike
on.
number 2.
I always tell
A
them
la
girl.
3, me la voy a chingar.
I always tell them girl. But
I
I'm
wonder
saying
why.
like I'm
My
saying
hair.
in the Russ is
¿Quieres
that
una
you-
liga?
Luis, ya tengo aquí las dos. Guys, actually.
You're my god ass for ligas now.
Stop.
No,
But
so-
I'm saying no wait,
All right,
hold on. I'm
last
saying
thoughts,
in the
last
aspect.
thoughts,
I'm
yeah.
saying in the aspect where like if you're in a relationship, you're starting a unity together, right? You're starting to learn what you like, what she likes,
Yes.
vice versa,
You
whatever
guys are
the
knowing
fuck it
each
is.
other. You guys are
Exactly.
learning each other. Yes.
When I'm saying bye, I'm saying it in the aspect where whether that being years, whether that being months, whether that I don't understand you, you don't understand me, where it's like, you know what, fuck this shit. If you can understand me, I can understand you. Why the fuck are we doing this? Kind of toxic red flag kind of.
But you're
type
saying
of
like at the
bullshit.
beginning when you were.
No.
All right, I'll
Someone
finish it.
cancel me.
All right,
Let
look,
me cook, let me cook.
last thoughts.
Someone
last
cancel
thoughts,
me,
last
someone
thoughts,
cancel me.
Luis,
All
and
right,
then we'll
whatever.
end it right here.
All right, look, simple as this. I don't mean to put you in the spot, but right now, you did get a little bit emotional. Like what Angel was saying is, girls do that type of shit. Like they'll be like, fine, whatever, that's a problem. Yeah, ya no voy a hablar. And you did that in the podcast right then and there, exactly 8 minutes ago.
I stopped.
I
He
think-
even timed you. Damn.
It wasn't me that I
But
wasn't
no,
trying to talk.
No, but
it was,
in
no,
reality,
no.
in reality, things like that. A lot of times, girls do that a lot.
No,
like you know, they.
and I
you wanna-
understand.
guy-
The thing is,
No. Let me talk. Let
Let him
talk.
cook.
I'll let you talk
Yeah,
for a
you
minute.
did. Yeah.
Hey, I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk.
I stopped.
okay, I'll let you talk.
Girls do this a lot. Like they say, like, you know, communication is key and this and that. When you want to communicate with a girl, they fucking close off and this and that.
They
Fine,
shut down.
Whatever. Look at their phone and this and that.
Yep,
They all
and then-
do this shit.
And then
this
the guy
thing.
is asking
And
like,
then
"Oh,
they're
what's
like,
wrong?"
they want the girl to beg. And even
I was
Leslie
not
said,
looking at my phone.
no. Earlier.
I wasn't. My phone's been.
But-
on
Alright,
the whole
anyways,
time.
and even how Leslie said, they want the guy to beg. Like,
Hey,
they
but I
want,
took it back.
They're gonna
Nah,
do this.
nah, too late.
The girl's
took
gonna
it back,
be
I took it back.
like, the girl's gonna be like this. They want the guy to be like, oh no,
It's 'cause-
What's wrong?
baby,
What's
like, tell me
wrong?
what's wrong.
We
this and
like
that.
attention though. That's the thing.
But I'm
Like
telling you,
obviously,
I'm
if
speaking
something's
facts
wrong
right
with
now. No.
someone, at least I'm talking from my
But-
point of view.
And then-
If
no.
something is wrong, I'm gonna let your motherfucking know what is fucking wrong.
Period.
That's like
But
Point
let,
blank.
let me
No,
cook
hold
more.
on,
Let
wait,
me
wait,
cook
Why are you
more.
over there in the camera? I'm back in the camera like, oh yeah, that's
wait,
what's up.
wait, wait.
hey, because she knows
Wait.
what's up.
Wait. Let me go. Let me just. I'll let you
Alright, like,
talk.
last-
I'll
literally
let-
last
no, no.
thoughts, last
Hold
thoughts.
on. I'll let you talk and I'll let you talk. I'll go back off of what Leslie said. It's like, yes, we do crave that attention. We do. We're like, oh, like I'm gonna tell you how shit is and what the fuck is going on with me. If you decide to not understand what the fuck I'm telling you and what the fuck I'm directing to you, then bye.
Okay,
That's kind of
so
hold on. No, hold on.
No.
guys,
Hold on.
you heard that, right? So
No,
keep saying, keep
no,
talking,
no,
keep
no,
talking.
no.
Okay.
Hold on.
We'll cook you
That's
more.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Then bye.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
But I'm saying it in the aspect. Hold on. If I were to like a prime example, what are you doing?
A ver, let me see it. Look.
Saquen las
La que iba a
Leslie's
estar
like, I need
shy.
another shot.
La que iba a
I'm not
estar
shy no more.
And it's kind of like how you guys said, oh, why aren't you talking? Or you're mad. I'm not mad. Like, sincerely, like, I'm not mad. I can truly tell you guys, like, I'm not mad, whatever it is. For me, it was more like, I'm listening to your perspective. I'm listening to Luis' perspective. I'm listening to Leslie's perspective. Everybody's perspective. It's not because I'm mad or whatever. You know, everybody thinks differently. Whether that being man or woman. I'm not going to control your thoughts. I'm not going to control her thoughts. I'm not going to control my thoughts. I'm not, whatever it is, you know?
Wow. No.
Everybody thinks differently.
Yeah.
You know? Yes, as a woman, fuck yeah. Like, I want you to give me attention. I want to be like, hey, babe, what's wrong? Whatever the fuck it is. I speak for myself and I speak for other women where there's other women like, like, whatever, nothing's wrong, whatever. Y nos hacemos la víctima. Porque sí, güey. Like, es neta, nos hacemos la víctima. Tell me if I'm not wrong. Tell me if I'm not wrong.
She's right.
We crave that attention where it's like, like, babe, what's wrong? Like,
they play victim,
this
guys.
and this. Yes,
girls play
dude,
victim.
like,
Don't trust them.
On some real shit. Like, on some real shit. Like, hold on. We
Come
do.
get your man.
We do. Like, on some real shit. We're like, oh, like, what's wrong, babe? Like, nah, nothing's wrong. Nothing's
We're going to need a part 3, guys.
Babe, what's wrong?
We're going to need a part 3.
Nothing's wrong. Like, and then as a woman, you're bothered. And then the man's like, what the fuck did I do? Kind of shit.
Yeah.
Tell me now.
No.
All right, guys. So
No. Let me finish your point, though.
This is it, and that's it. This is it, and that's
Yeah,
it.
because she cut me off. Technically, she cut me off. Remember, I did 2 parts.
After this, we're done, guys. Sorry,
Otra
so long.
Mira, otra vez.
I
Whatever.
hate it
Yeah.
here.
Point is, man ain't shit.
Anyhow.
Guys, give you everything you got. That's
Anyhow.
the thing.
Says who?
Anyhow.
Me,
And who are you?
the man that provides for it. Oh my
Clearly, she be calling you girl.
Just because my hair, I'm gonna get a haircut next. But guys, I'm gonna go bald next week, but because of Vivi.
Russ who?
Yeah, I'm gonna go bald next week.
Diría la Jen. Russ who?
Russ who?
All right, no. Let me explain
All right,
my
that's
shit.
it. Last thought.
Que ya, Luis. Ya, córtale.
Yeah, all right, guys. We're gonna go to a part 3.
No.
We're gonna go to a part 3.
Am I that good?
Let me say one point.
All right, one more and that's it.
Let me say one point.
Hurry up, go.
All right.
30 seconds.
In reality,
30 seconds.
what Vivi was saying, they really think like, you know, a
30.
girl, if you're really having a problem like with your girl, whatever, guys are straight up with their girl.
10.
And I really do believe that.
Uh-huh.
Not every guy.
All right, guys, we're gonna take it to a part 3. That's it. It's gonna be too long. So, if you guys want a part 3, drop a like, let us know on the Instagram, and subscribe, follow, and you guys know how it is.
Comment, like, subscribe, because we're gonna soon, hopefully, doing another giveaway.
Otra vez,
Right?
you guys. Nine more.
Comment what you guys want to hear. Comment drinks, whatever the fuck it is.
If you guys
Jen,
want,
And
we
also,
are
thanks
gonna
again.
have.
Hold on.
We are gonna
Jen?
have another relationship.
Jen, I got you because these men do not fucking follow your drink videos. So, girl, text me because
Do not
they be
text me.
slacking.
Do not. text
Jen,
me.
what the fuck? Do not listen to Angel. Text me, okay?
Also,
text me.
Again, thanks, Leslie, for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
along.
shout out to Leslie.
Shout out to
guys. Shout out to
Leslie.
Leslie, guys. Hey, shout out to the host, the guest that came through. But guys,
Relationships part 3 with Leslie or what?
Relationship part 3. Yo, we need more people here in relationships.
La que decía que she was so shy and she didn't want to come on.
The drinks kind of
got loose. But guys, thank you so much for listening. If you guys listened to the whole way through, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time,
And
shots.
keep
Taking
taking
shots,
shots,
guys.
guys.
Mic drop.
Do we drop it?
no.
Oh, yeah.